Hi, welcome back to West Coast Geeks. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? Well, by the time this video posts, it should be Halloween here in the United States. For those of you who celebrate it, happy Halloween. So, I wanted to talk about some pleasant memories I have about Halloween. I mean, if you celebrate Halloween, um, you always enjoy trick-or-treating. But I would like to just make a short video asking people, have you ever played D&D during Halloween? Now, even before Ravenloft had came out, I was fortunate enough to start playing back in the 80s. So, I don't remember when Ravenloft exactly dropped. I want to say it's like 85, 86. Should probably know these things, but before I start a video. Ooh, 1990. Okay, so um, I know the module was before that, and I used to play Dungeons and Dragons right after we were done trick or treating, especially during like fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. And I want to say seventh was the last year that I did something like that because by then, me and my friends were kind of moving on to other things, and we didn't play as many RPG games as we were, going into high school and eighth grade and all that. But I do have a lot of fond memories. And before Ravenloft, um, I used to come up with special Halloween themed adventures. And a couple of the adventures I did was I came up with my own version of the Headless Horseman, where the player characters visited a town, a small village that was off the beaten path. And there was a bridge, and they heard a tale of a haunting, and so they went to go investigate. And then I had some stats for the headless horseman, and they fought him and killed him, only to find out that he would be resurrected the next day and kill somebody else. So it's kind of like a murder mystery of who was controlling the headless horseman. I, you know, like Sleepy Hollow. I kind of did something like that before the movie with God, I can't even think of that guy's name right now. From the pirate Johnny Depp from the Pirates of the Caribbean. So I love that movie Sleepy Hollow. I love the cartoon too. So in my version, um, while it wasn't as elaborate as the movie or anything, I did have some necromancer control the headless horseman, which is the reason why he kept coming back and killing people. And so he was in part of a dark cult, and they would sacrifice the headless body to whatever dark god or demon or something like that. I can't remember all the details. It's very vague now. We're talking like, I don't know, 25 years ago, give or take. And so the other things that I would do is I would always try to do traditional, like Universal Studio monsters. Like there was Dracula, there was Frankenstein, the werewolf, the mummy, the creature of the Black Lagoon. Like every year was just a little bit different to the point where my characters, my players, after a few years ago, okay, we've already fought Dracula, we've already fought Frankenstein, so it's either going to be the werewolf or the creature of the Black Lagoon. And I was like, or you could fight the Invisible Man. Kind of like bummed out that they figured out my strategy going in. But we're talking like fifth, sixth grade by then. So I found whatever spooky stories, I would try to incorporate that into my D&D game. And like I said, this is before Ravenloft had came out. And I don't even think I had that first Ravenloft adventure yet when I was doing all of this. And then when Ravenloft finally came out, I was still in high school. And this actually got me back into playing D&D just a little bit every now and then, just because I thought it was such a cool setting. This is like a very small collection of what I have of Ravenloft. Um, I've always enjoyed this setting. There's just so much you can do with it, and I'm wondering, what do you guys do? Do you even play D&D in Halloween? Do you want to play D&D in Halloween? I mean, for some of us older folks, you got other family obligations, but depending on what age you are right now and you're currently playing D&D, you're not out trick or treating, and maybe you're not going to a party. So, are you going to play D&D? Or are you going to play this weekend? Because that was the other thing too. When we were younger, when Halloween fell on a Friday or a Saturday, that's when we would play and have a sleepover. And even when it fell, excuse me, on a normal school night, I would still have a short little adventure that we'd play during the day or after we were done trick or treating. So, Ravenloft has always had a dear, I mean, always had a place in my heart, especially for Dungeons and Dragons. I just thought the campaign setting was so unique, and that you're not supposed to win. You go in there and you can defeat the bad guy even for a moment, but unless the Dark Powers really want to remove one of the Dark Lords, then they're not really going nowhere. Like, I remember one time seeing um, watching a video, and they were talking about how a ring of mind shielding could trap Strahd's soul. And I'm looking at this ring, right, and it's a rare magical item. And even though it states there it can trap the soul in there forever, you could destroy the ring, or the Dark Powers could simply say, no, I don't allow it. I mean, you can't even cast a wish to get out of there. And this is before they, changed in D&D 24, which I'm glad they toned down wish, because it was just, really ridiculous what you could do. And the same thing applied to Ravenloft, where these dark gods that they really have left mysterious, sorry, after all these years, which I kind of like, because as a DM you get to create your own history and why they are. And the theories range from, it's a prison, but if it's a prison, why do the Dark Powers care to torment them unless they're somewhat good? So many different directions you could go with these. And the first Ravenloft set here, the Realms of Terror, just really dived into all these different scenarios, which I've enjoyed playing throughout the decades. When the Dark Lord book came out, it had the Headless Horseman, so I finally had some stats, and he was a lot stronger than my Headless Horseman, but it didn't matter, because my Headless Horseman really couldn't die. It could only be killed for a moment until a ceremony, and then you could bring it back. And then you have the Van Richen's Guide to Ravenloft, which I was kind of disappointed in, because they didn't give you the unique stats that you would have found in, like, the Realms of Terror, or the Dread something, whose name I can't remember. And I was going to put that book here to showcase it, but I kind of wanted to just, grab different products from different eras to showcase Ravenloft. And then, of course, you got the Curse of Strahd, which my group has played through once, and I think next year we're going to take another crack at it, because I have a different group now. And the only person, God, I can't remember if Luis's was part of that. I don't think so. I think it was just Greg. So, the Curse of Strahd always has a replayability, which I love. And the same thing with just Ravenloft in general. I mean, you can defeat the Dark Lord, or thwart his plans, and you can have your characters even base there, and you can even do a mini campaign, which I've done up to like H level, where they start off in a domain, they escape that domain, they go to another domain, And we did that for about 3 or 4 months, and then we moved on. But um, it was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have fun playing D&D, especially around Halloween time. I should have made this video earlier, but I'm just gotten really lazy, and I'm just trying to stay more motivated on getting videos out because I just make them because I enjoy talking about D&D, and I enjoy reading your comments down below. So I'm looking at the time, it's a little bit over 10 minutes, and I'm trying to keep these videos short. And with that, people, I hope you have a happy Halloween, and play some D&D over the weekend, and have a good time with your friends. Take care. Catch you later.